going on there, friends? My name is M2DH and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. God, I almost said Super Nintendo. That would have been really wrong. Yeah, now in this part we are going to head on to our next dungeon, where in the last part we got through the Color dungeon, which was a completely optional dungeon, and we were rewarded with either a red tunic or a blue tunic, hence why you're seeing that Link is now suddenly red. You know, that's not normal for anyone who's just playing along. Before I do that, I now have 990 rupees, which is enough to get the bow. So we are going to get the bow right now. And there we go. So you're not really supposed to have the bow until a little bit later on. Because I did some rupee farming a couple episodes ago, I have already got enough rupees for, you know, the bow. So that's that. All right, so now we're going to go over to the next dungeon, which is Dungeon 4. Since that's all we can really do at the moment. Alright, so as you can see with the red tunic, I'm destroying all these enemies. Well, not really destroying them, because it's really only a 2x damage boost, and that's really all the benefit you're getting from defeating these enemies. Alright, so now we're gonna go over here. This is Tal Tal Heights. It was Tal Tal Heights in the original game. But this time it's something else. I forget the name of it. This is how we're gonna enter the dungeon, since, as you know, we can't really enter the dungeon from where we place the key. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And so while we're climbing the mountain, there's a few things that we can get, such as that heart piece that we just got right there. And now we're gonna go ahead and head on. Well, continue climbing. Basically. Go ahead and kill off those guys. There's a chest right there that we can't actually get to right now. We'll have to wait till later in order to get that. But over here is purple rupee. And then that's all we can get from that. You can go ahead and dash in through these obstacles right there. There's a little swag strat in the original game called obstacle skip, because this game does not really have screen transitions in the overworld, obviously obstacle skip doesn't work, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay, so in this chest right here we got a fake enemy. Well, not fake enemy, but it's a chest with an enemy in it, and that was bad. Could have been awful. Ooh, what's this? The game's notifying me that there's a seashell somewhere. Alright, well, I know where it is. Can't really get to it, though. Yep, Papa got lost, just like he said. Now I'm so famished I can't move. Can you give me some victuals? Sure, why not? So you give him the pineapple that we got from the Chef Bear. This pineapple's so delicious, I'm gonna eat it right now. Dude, like the top half of the pineapple's on the floor. What the heck, man? You're not gonna eat that. Alright, so our reward for giving him the pineapple is he gives us a hibiscus, which is a type of flower. And so, what are we gonna do with that? Well, we'll see later. Now he's full. You're a lifesaver. Thanks. I'm sure you enjoyed it. Alright, so we already opened the dungeon. Otherwise, if you have not, then water will still be coming out of this, and then you can't enter the dungeon. And that'd be bad. Alright, let's see. Yeah, can't get over there. So we just gotta drop on down, and we are now in front of the dungeon. So we're going inside. Alright, welcome to Angler Tunnel. Angler Tunnel is a very long dungeon, and as you can see, it's a water dungeon, so there's gonna be a lot of like swimming around and all that stuff. Well, obviously we can't swim, that can only hint as to what type of item we're gonna be getting in this dungeon. So first thing, we're gonna go ahead and open up this chest right here since it's here. We get ourselves the dungeon map. If you want to go ahead and get that, so you know what the layout of the dungeon looks like. Alright, see, there's a bombable rock over here, so we're gonna go ahead and blow that up. Alright. This dungeon also introduces P-hats, and P-hats are kind of annoying in this game because they can only be attacked when they're like completely on the ground. So you have to kind of wait until they're like not airborne, and then you can attack them. So those are one of the few annoying enemies to deal with right there. Oh my gosh, that is annoying. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and dodge all that right there. So you don't want to go inside the deep water, otherwise it's bad. You'll drown. You can't swim, and in this version of the game, you actually do lose HP if you fall in the water, and that's bad. Alright, let's see. Oh hey, the bomb refill came back. Alright, cool, let's take that. You know, might as well. Go ahead and kill those guys off, so that way we can open up these doors over here. And you get this, and you get yourselves a compass. Coolio. So that way we can know which room has a key, such as this room. Open this up right here. There's another key. Alright, gotta kill off all the enemies here, so we're gonna go ahead and kill off that little spider guy. Then we head onwards over here. Alright. In that chest does not really contain anything important, so I'm not gonna worry about that chest at all. That chest we cannot get to. It's surrounded by water, so that's unfortunate. And then look at this. Now we're on the other side of the little, like, plus-shaped pit, I guess. Wow. Okay. Get out of here, idiot. Meanie. Alright, so there's a key in here. Kill off those two guys, and the key falls down! Well, that's unfortunate. Looks like we're gonna have to find a way to get to that key. There is a way to get to it, but we can't get it right now. So we just gotta worry about that later. Again, treasure chests we can't get to right now. Wow. So we just gotta go all the way around now. And just try not to fall in the water, otherwise it would be bad. Okay. Oh, thanks for the piece of power. That would be great to have right now. Oh gosh, that is an enemy right there. Okay. Thank goodness we didn't struggle too hard with that. Alright, can't do anything about this room right now. But go ahead and open up this chest right here and get yourself a key, and that's how we're going to enter that locked door that we saw earlier. Wow, okay. Alright, hopefully I can keep this through for the next room. It would be nice, but from the looks of things, it's gonna probably wear out. Yeah, it already wore out. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so go ahead and enter this room, and this is Cue Ball, the mini boss of the dungeon. Cue Ball is really hard this time, and his hitbox sucks garbage. I'm just gonna let you in on that right now. You have to hit him from behind, and the most effective way to get behind him is by jumping over him. Sometimes it's super clunky as to like whether you are actually behind him or not, and whether you can hit him. So it can be quite an annoying fight, and it's also pretty easy to die for that matter. But thankfully, that wasn't so bad, especially with the extra damage of Red Tunic. Alright, so you want to go in there quickly. You have to use that lever if those blocks close in on you. But thankfully we made it through quickly. And we get the item dungeon, which are flippers. Flippers allow you to swim. So now we can swim in the dungeon. Okay, easy puzzle to memorize. All right, not bad. So now we gotta use that to our advantage here. So this is where the puzzle comes in handy. So with the flippers, you can swim. You can also dive in the water, which is nice. All right, there we go. And then that reveals a staircase down below. All right, so we got these thwomps right here. Just gotta go ahead and dash on through them. Jump on this one, and then head up here. And then we get the Nightmare Key. Alright, awesome. Alright, so in this room right here, well, I'm gonna show off something pretty cool here. Alright, so you're not supposed to have the bow and arrow at this point in the game, but since I have the bow and arrow, I get to show off something pretty cool. So if you equip both bombs and arrows at the same time and use them at the same time, you get bomb arrows. That's awesome. Then, if I set this up right, yay! I made it. So that actually skips having to get a key and having to go all the way around in order to get over here to this room. So we just basically skipped quite a decent chunk of the dungeon. So now we're already at the boss. And now, here we are. Why, hello there. Bloop, bloop, glub, glub. Ugh, food. Bloop, glub. The anglerfish. Okay, so in the original game, this guy was like the hardest boss in the game. And that is because all this guy does is move up and down. So what you would do is just swim at a certain part of the room, and then just mash your sword. This time they really changed it, so now there's actually some challenges to this guy. But man, whew, that boss blew my mind right there. I thought I think I need a towel for that right there. And so with that, we get ourselves our heart container for for winning the fights. And then now we shall beat the dungeon now. Alright, so that was Angler Tunnel. Normally that was, like I said, it was a long dungeon and we skipped part of it, but our reward for completing is the surf part. In this chest over here, we get ourselves a purple rupee. And then over here to this other chest that we couldn't get to earlier, we got, if this pea can get out of the way, that'd be nice, another purple rupee. So that is 100 rupees that we missed out just because we didn't have flippers earlier. That's great! Alright, and with that, that is going to be it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And next time, we are going to head on to our next area. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!